Yes. Hey guys, Gerald Peters. Check it out. This house here, it's one of my properties. If I told you what I paid for this house, you'd be like, bullshit. That's not true. It is true. In 2005, .com crash. See, most of you fuckers are too young to even remember. 2008 wasn't the only crash, dude. I'm 49 years old, man. I lived through 2003 .com bubble too. Most of you were still in school, don't remember. Man's gonna get an opportunity about every decade to do some big things. The reason my first book, You Don't Have to Die Broke, talks about getting your money right, because when shit like this happens and you ain't got no money and you're sitting on car payments and student loans and all this, and you've got your shit out of whack, you can't jump. $25,000. I paid $25,000 for this house, and people are like, oh, can't do that today. You got $25,000? What I mean is, if the deal did show up, people say, well, it ain't like that today, Gerald. Yeah, but if it was like that and it did show up, you got $25,000? Could you jump? If houses suddenly were half price, what would that? Most people, if houses went half price, they still can't buy houses because they haven't been getting their money right. And it ain't about you being frugal and saving money on some fucking coffee or nothing. It's about putting investing first. So when I bought this house, this was my third house. Third. I was working a job. My hands are dirty and putting in work. I was working a job. I'm gonna show you what we're working on. So they just moved out. We're fixing to turn this house. So I was working a job. I was mowing yards, I'm painting houses. I'm doing anything. I don't have any certificates. Not certified to do anything. I'm not qualified to do a damn thing on planet Earth. I'm a professional trader, professional investor, and I taught myself through books, courses, whatnot. That's not a pitch to sell you a course. That's just telling you how life works. Using concepts that I teach on my podcast, the science of getting rich, taking those principles that it's better to give than to receive, giving to receive. Now check it out. Here's this little house, little bitty community, nice little lower middle class neighborhood, little C neighborhood maybe /B. Get yourself 10, 15 of these, and guess what you don't need? A job, or you can just get rich. So I'm fixing to turn out this water heater. So check it out. It's bad, man. And we could call a plumber, and that's what a lot of your gurus are going to tell you. You should outsource everything. Here's the deal. I manage my own properties. I find my own properties. I remodel my own I painted this. I fix them all. I do it all through the whole house. And I'm going to do this hot water heater. It's going to cost me maybe $500. And then the power's off. So I built these cabinets. Not certified, not qualified, nothing. I got on YouTube and read on how to do it. Been practicing. Guess what? If I work on something here and it doesn't work, who gives a fuck? We do it over. It ain't no big deal. It's called a mistake. It's called experience. You know how you get experience? You make mistakes. So you know how you learn to hook that up? You get on fucking YouTube and you watch a video. Now you saved yourself $500. Guess what I can do with the $500 I just saved? Put it in my pocket. Take the family to dinner. Put the kids in private school. I got 14 other houses just like this one. 14. You know how I bought them? One at a time. No guru pitch. You know how I did it? Put 20% down. I came over here with a bucket in my truck and I just fucking worked. I know, sounds crazy, right? Actual human beings fucking working, grinding. So when people talk about that, I'm not talking about sitting on your computer and looking at realtor.com. I'm talking about getting out in these neighborhoods and walking around, driving around, leaving your house in your truck, putting that shit from the science of getting rich into action. What you think about comes about. What you put into formless substance will appear. So I would do anything to make extra money so I could stack it. And as soon as I got to enough money, I bought a house. And I've been doing the same thing for 18 years. I'm gonna do it next year and the year after. See, everybody's talking shit right now about, the new year and what I'm gonna do this year. You know what you're gonna do this year? Basically what you did last year. That's the truth. You know what I did last year? Just grind, man. Man, I invested a lot last year. And the year before that, and the year before that, and the year before that. Here's the thing, it doesn't stop. I've been doing it year after year after year after year after year. And guess what happens when you start doing that? Yeah, you're gonna get some less friends. You might take a few less vacations, and sometimes your kids ain't gonna get everything they want, and sometimes your wife may not like you, man. man, which insinuates being, what does that insinuate to you? Heavy is the head that wears the crown, like being the king, meaning you have a fucking responsibility. So it's not about what you're going to do in 2020. It's about what you're going to do, where you're going to be in 2030 that matters, man. Not 2020. Well, you're going to be in 2020 where you were in 2019. The question is going to be, where are you going to be in 2030? And I meet kids all the time and say, well, I'm going to be a millionaire in 10 years. Are you? What did you do today that makes that look like it's going to fucking happen? What did you do today that makes that even a conceptual fucking idea of any sort of realism? You know what makes that look like that? When you paint this house yourself, you don't go fucking hire somebody because some guru plants some shit in your head. It's better to outsource and utilize your time and all that other bullshit they teach while they relax and slows people down, man. Anybody can do this. It's called real estate. It's real. And you get caught up in your mind about paying the best price. So let's say when I bought this for 25, I didn't buy it for 25. Let's say I bought it for 100 in 2010. Who gives a fuck? You think it's worth more than 100 now? Of course it is. You think it collects about $1,000 a month rent, man. Who cares? People get all bent out of shape, 5,000, 10,000, 20,000. Well, the houses are expensive. Guess what they're going to be next year? Expensive. What other fucking excuse you have? The year after that, they're going to be what? Expensive. And more expensive. Why? Because I have tons of money. I'm waiting to buy a house. Just give it to me at just the right, and I'm going to buy it. And I'm not the only guy. There's thousands of guys like me. So while you sit on your ass and wait for cheap, inexpensive houses, you don't invest. And guess what? 2030 comes, and then what do you have? Oh, I can't invest in the market. The market's expensive. No, you're just a coward. Let's be real. Let's start the decade off on the real. On the real. So let me ask you this. How much did you invest last year? What was the total? Total it up. And then let's go total some other shit. Gym memberships, fucking vacations, what you spent on your wife, the shit you've been spending on your car. Most people spend more money on their car than they put into building their family's wealth. And then they act like they're serious about it. Get the fuck out of here. I'm not serious about anything, man. Most people are not serious about anything. Go and total what you invested in 2019. I dare you to put it in the comments below. I got 30,000 followers. If there were 20 comments, I'd be surprised. You know why? Because all the rest of them are full of shit. They didn't invest almost anything. That's the truth. That's the actual statistical truth. Most people are investing nothing. Hardly anything. And of the ones that do, about half of those don't have any clue what they invested in. It is like a tiny fucking group of people in this country who actually understand money, the money flow, the business cycle, interest rates, and what it means and how it affects their life. Very few people get up every day, will drive around and call around, look around, put in offers, come over here, take out a water heater. So I'm doing this after work. So I finished my other stuff. Now I'm going to come do this tonight. And I'm going to work on this house till about 9:30, and then I'm going to go home and sleep. Guess what I'm going to do this weekend? I'm going to come work on this house, and I'm going to work on it till it's done. And guess how many of my broke-ass friends are going to take the weekend off this weekend? Most of them. Maybe I'm wrong. What do I know? But when I hear people say, I want to be a millionaire in 10 years, I don't know. I'm just trying to show you what it looks like. Looks like you're working, man. Looks like you're putting in work. So what are we doing? I'm drinking a beer at work. Took me 8 years to become a millionaire. Guess what happens when you get 15 houses like this? I get thousands of dollars every month that I could just blow. I don't even need this, I could just blow it. What happens then? Take any vacation you want to take. Buy whatever car you want to buy, all because you laid the foundation in a little 7 to 9 year, 10-year period. You got serious. Some of you are broke right now and you're going to be off this weekend. Some of you are broke right now and you're going to take tomorrow off, man. Not me. Not me. I'm going to turn this house and I'm going to go look for another one. And I'm going to turn that one and I'm going to go look for another one. And I'm going to get up every day and I'm going to look in the market for where can I put this money to work that I've been stacking? Where can I put this $5,000, this $10,000, this $20,000? What can I do with it? Not where can I spend it or where can I go? To each his own, man.